Okay, day one, Paganini, Caprice number one. What I'm trying to do is take this seriously instead of rushing through. Um, Devote some time to a piece and see if I can improve or what comes up. Already, some of the things as I play at a very slow tempo. So the deal is I'm going to play every day incrementally instead of all over the place, which I normally do with a tempo. Meaning like, oh, I can play this fast, so I'll play this fast, and then this part's challenging me, so I'll change the tempo completely. This way, I think, this is like Green's methodology, right? To play it at a tempo that you can play every note correctly. So we're going to try to do that with this Paganini Caprice, which means starting very slow. So today, 8th note is 72. Yeah. I'm going to play with a technique where I'm actually touching the instrument when I can. Because if I play with a different technique at a slow tempo and a fast tempo, it's pointless. So, I mean, it's going to happen. It's impossible to move the same way you do it at different tempi, but we can try to approximate it. I'm going to try to move as efficiently as possible, or at least figure out where the weaknesses in that are. And that's just for the sake of this exercise and learning. If you want to play and do that, and you, good on you. One of the things I've been aware of in the last few days, I've played some music and heard some music, is the frame noise, a noise that we're not even aware of and we don't really care about, because it's like, oh no, I'm focusing on the notes or my creativity, and it doesn't matter that the instrument's making bad noise. Or today I've been playing a little bit and I noticed the low register of the instrument is not sounding great, so I'm gonna think about how to change that, probably with the resonators, the height of the resonators or the distance from the bar, and try to address these things that are in the back of my mind, but when I'm just working on getting through music quickly and thinking, oh, no one's gonna care, you don't focus on that. But people only hear what they hear. They don't hear how much better it could have been, or worse in a way. Meaning, if you sound fantastic, that's great. But if you sound okay, people are going to say, oh, that's fantastic. You know what I mean? Let's see if we can elevate what we're doing, and put the time and energy into it. Or just attention to detail, we'll say. For example, the sound of the instrument, the sound of your mallets. Is that really what we're going for? Or is that just, that's what xylophone sounds like today? Okay, so that's that. I'd have to spend some time with this piece so that I know the harmony and kind of what's going on generally. And I'm going to do it with a metronome, which is unlike anything you'll hear any violinist or string player, or even probably anyone, play unless they're practicing. But maybe we can consider an interpretation, or I can consider an interpretation closer to the metronomic version than what we hear. Meaning, instead of just playing as fast as possible and slowing down when you can't play that fast, let's see if we can keep the proportion of the different rhythms, and make a decision if we're gonna change that. I don't like this idea of, oh, if it's high I play louder, if it's low I play softer, if we're coming to a cadence we slow down, things like this. It's just, that's like everyone will sound the same if they do that, and we're just completely different people, so every one of us, so we should take different approaches. Those are nice things for school. I think that's a really great thing to, if you have a classroom. I found that in a high school. Carl Gippert, my band director, I mentioned him not too long ago, said that I would never be able to play with anyone because I didn't believe in the same system as anyone else. So it has been quite difficult finding people to play with, but I think these systems are both, he'd get this David Blum, Casals in the Art of Interpretation, and say, okay, now if you're playing a high note, play louder. If you're playing a low note, play softer. Read the music. If it says pianissimo and you're playing up here, you don't go, because that's the principle of interpretation. It doesn't make any sense. So pay attention. That's what I'm saying. Let me try it. not just poking the notes. I could, but I want to bring out a lower voice, so like that. And maybe next time I'll go for the clarity of the higher note. Let's see. Left, left, right. I'm playing the edge of the bar. Even though, center there. Oh, brutal. E, A. Now I have to rearrange the notes because I don't have them on the xylophone. See a lot of frame noise there. I'll check that out later. Edge. Uh-oh. So, for example, does that sound clearer there? Or maybe I shouldn't be playing so hard. No, don't play fast. Day by day. So that's something I'll think about. Check out if the higher notes, the slower ones, are clearer because they ring longer. To get them to ring longer, do I play here or here for the consistency of the motion? It's gonna make a difference. What's next? Next, we're in minor. Dominant to minor. T7. G. Gotta rearrange to fit on the instrument. No, it's next. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no, that's D, G, C. Oh boy. Grueling. Minor. I'm kind of losing energy. Need to eat something. Or focus. That's the tricky thing. sequence. B flat. Now, this is the next, 12 measures are just a sequence, or 12 chords. It's four chord sequence 3 times. Major, minor, 4 of that, dominant, major, minor, so B minor, G dominant. Not 4, it's a flat 6. Focus. That's a good note. That's a good climax. Very dramatic. Now, piano. He really just plays with major and minor. The sun is coming out, folks. B, G, D, C, E, C, F. Come on. Recapitulation type. No. Maybe codetta or coda. Same thing. New voicing. E major. We did this a bunch. Don't rush. Don't lose focus. You got out of the woods. Not yet. So hungry. Right hand is the moving line, yeah.